Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be reviewing WWE Smackdown Live and 205 Live, 19th of February 2019. Let's start with Smackdown, which was kicked off by Shane McMahon. They do show what happened on Sunday, and he lost, and they just show the highlights for Elimination Chamber. He welcomes everyone. He mentioned how 4 people debuted on Raw last night, and they'll be making their debut tonight on Smackdown. Miz comes and apologises for what happened 2 days ago. He says he hasn't been able to sleep. He has a confession to make. He used Shane. He knew Shane could relate to dealing with your father. Miz says that you're selfless and took his place and best in the world. They won titles together. 2 nights later, you brought out Miz's dad. Miz says that he heard from his father and that he loved and was proud of him. Miz says that it's the first time he heard his father say that in his life. We should have a rematch, even though there's no automatic granted rematches. The Usos come out and says they're both a joke, failure, a flawed and a wannabe. Shane should just find another partner. Shane's like, you do not disrespect my partner like that. It's on at Fastlane in your hometown, Miz, which means they're going to lose, doesn't it? Great. Overall, it's a decent segment. I like the chemistry between Miz and Shane McMahon. The Usos are amazing. I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Then Aleister Black makes his way to the ring and faces Andrea in a pretty decent match. Black with snake eyes followed by Black Mass for a 3 count. It was a fairly decent match. I'm going to have to give it a solid 3 out of 5. Very good. Like how they used the NXT stars. The crowd was less dead tonight than they were on Raw. Thank God, because they were terrible on Monday Night Raw. Even Bully Ray says it. Then we see DIY backstage. They were talking about the hype going into tonight. He said they've made careers about defying expectations. Ciampa was not handed the title, he earned it. Donny said it's crazy to think that they were at war against each other in this building. Now they're together on SmackDown. They're going to show that they are the future. The Bar stopped by and says, no one cares about you or NXT, go stay in there. Ciampa says that they're here to take over. Gunner said they're not here to set the bar, they are here to break the bar. They laugh at them and walk away. We then see oh, sorry, that's a good segment. I enjoyed it. Good little back and forth between the two. A solid 7 out of 10. Then Hardy is backstage with AJ Styles. Said, let bygones be bygones. Kofi stops with a pancake branch and gives it to him. And then Jeff and AJ take a pancake and take a bite. So they extended the pancake branch instead of a knowledge branch. It was quite funny. I liked that. It was pretty decent. Give that one a 6 out of 10 just because it made me laugh. We then have DIY versus The Bar. Fantastic match. Gotta say, I think this was better than the match against the Revival. Gargano goes for a roll up for a near fall. Ciampa does a blind tag, roll up Cesaro for a 3 count. It was a decent match. I'm going to have to give that a solid 3.75 out of 5. It was a really, really good tag team match. I love DIY. I love The Bar. Fantastic. We then have Asuka make her way to the ring. She's talking about accomplishments with Kayla Braxton. She said she mentioned how people are talking about Ronda Rousey more than her. She asked Asuka how she feels to be lost in the shuffle. She said she's ready for a new challenger. She beat Becky and Charlotte at TLC. She made Becky tap out of Royal Rumble. She does not want to talk about Becky and Charlotte. She wants to know who's ready for Asuka. Mandy Rose comes out with Sonya Deville. Says, poor Asuka, no one's paying attention to you. Take note from the most magnetic, most irritable, most talked about superstar in WWE. If anyone's ready for Asuka, it's her. During the match, Lacey Evans comes down, walks halfway down the ramp, gets confronted by Sonya, and then leaves. Which gets a near fall after that distraction. Have a good back and forth match. Mandy plays possum after pretending she hurt her eye. Sent Asuka into rope, gets a roll up for a 3 count. Mandy Rose wins. It was okay. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. It weren't too bad. Just don't know why there's random Lacey Evans appearances. Who knows? Good win for Mandy though. Charlotte's back is in the back and asked about the last few days of her life with Becky Lynch, she said she was asked if Becky will haunt her road to WrestleMania. She said that's what Becky is, a ghost. She's not around due to her suspension. If she does it again, she's going to be arrested. And she says Ronda Rousey vs Charlotte Flair the main event because she's in it. Yeah, that was a fairly good promo. 5 out of 10. We then have Miz walk in the back, says thanks Shane for putting trust in him again. Miz says he has news for Shane, and Miz says that his dad will be at ringside at Fastlane, Mr. Miz. 5 out of 10, average. Then Ricochet versus Eric Young, yes, with Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf at ringside. It was what you would expect, an amazing match from Ricochet. Eric Young is amazing. He did get a nasty cut on the side of his face, which did do a lot of blood. Ricochet with an Enziguri goes up and does the 630 splash for the 3 count. Solid match. I'm going to give that, again, a 3.75 out of 5. I enjoyed it a lot. Then the New Day are in the gorilla position, asked Kofi about the story of the Elimination Chamber. Woods stops and said this has not happened over the course of 7 days, it's been 11 years. They talk about things that have been around less than 11 years, including Instagram. Kofi talks about the influence on Twitter, and Kofi mainly said it would not have been possible without his brothers Big E and Xavier. He loves those guys. They push for him to be in the match in Elimination Chamber, and then they go out. We then have Kevin Owens, same promo. Oh, sorry, the New Day was pretty decent. I'm going to give that a 6.5 out of 10. Then we see the same Kevin Owens promo from Raw. Not going to rate that because it's duplicate. Then Daniel Bryan has something to say before the main event, which is going to be Kofi Kingston, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy versus Mojo Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan. He says the small minded skeptics throughout history have oppressed great minds and radical thinkers. Tom Beckett, Joan of Arc, and some other people. He said they are not superhero celebrities, so you would not know who they are. You are ignorant. You try to will this title off him, and you tried to will this title off him and put him in the Elimination Chamber, but Daniel Bryan survived. How? Because he serves a higher person to enlighten and educate, even if you do not want him to. He will educate you once more about his opponents at Fastlane, but you will not find out tonight, and it will not be one of these men in this match. Yeah, fair, good promo. Alright, so a lot of words there. Yeah, 5 out of 10. Then we have the match, which was a good match for Smackdown. Kofi sets up for Trouble in Paradise, hits it for 3 count on Daniel Bryan. The winner, Jeff Hardy. Shane comes out and says Daniel Bryan defended his championship against, and the massive Kofi chants at this point, Kofi Kingston. Yes, at Fastlane we got one-on-one Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston. I cannot wait. That's going to be great. But yeah, that was a decent match. I'll have to give that a solid 3.5 out of 5. Pretty decent SmackDown match. I did enjoy SmackDown. Overall, I'll give the show a solid 8 out of 10. It was a really good show. We then go to 205 Live. Drake Maverick introduced what we're going to have for the match for today, but I'm not going to tell you what he said because I'm just going to let the matches be interesting and come up to them. We have Huberto versus TJP, which was a really, really good match. Huberto with a standing Albanian press, Arabian press, headstand Arabian press for the 3 count. It was a fairly decent match. It was a good back and forth. I have to give that a 2.5 out of 5. And then we go to Tony Nese said he's finally proved to Noam Dar that he is a better man. It occurred to him that 205 Live is for the taking. He can be better than anyone and is up to believe that he can do it. Tony promises he'll become the Cruiserweight champion at WrestleMania. No comment on the promo. Then we have Mike and Maria Kanellis backstage, and they're talking about Mike having to face Cedric Alexander tonight after all of his losses. Maria said that she takes it, and she mentioned her husband has been in the business for 16 years all over the world. He's not been successful by taking the easy way out in easy matches. Is that the way to get to WrestleMania? No. We're on the same page, and we'll take out the pride of 205 Live, the soul of 205 Live, and show why he's the most dangerous man here. Good solid promo that, 6 out of 10. We then go to Ari Daivari. Said you're about to witness the beginning of the Daivari destruction of the Cruiserweight division. He'll be his opponent so bad you cannot sue the referee for the wrong call. He says, unlike the Saints, he's going to go into his company's Super Bowl. Obviously get heat because football reference. He faces Johnny Lyons. They lock up. Lyons gets a little bit of offense in, and then Daivari with a hammerlock clothesline followed by a Cobra Clutch, slightly modified $1 Million Dream submission, and forces them to tap out. It was alright. It's one of these developmental local wrestler talent things, so I'm not going to give that a rating. Then Buddy Murphy said it must be hard for Drake Maverick to run a brand with a champion as strong and tough as he is. First you got Mustafa Ali, but at the end of the match Ali was heartbroken. Then Cedric Alexander, who wanted redemption. That night the age of Alexander came crashing down. At Royal Rumble he beat 3 of the best, asked for a challenge and beat the challenge. Last Sunday Kojima had one more shot to stop the unstoppable. The night ended the same way it always does, his hand raised high. Drake had an idea for an 8-man tournament. 8 of the best fighters to fight for the very best chance to face Buddy Murphy at the grandest stage of them all. So we're going to have an 8-man tournament to crown a new #1 contender, which will be amazing. Good promo from Buddy Murphy. Give it a solid 7 out of 10. Then we have our main event, Mike Kanellis versus Cedric Alexander. Really, really good match this was. Good back and forth. A lot of false finishes. Mike looked amazing. But in the end, Mike got a swinging net breaker for the near fall. Literally, it was a 1-2 and he just got his shoulder off the ring. So they thought he won. And then after that, Alexander managed to hit the lumbar check for the 3 count. Solid match. I'm going to have to give that a 3.75 out of 5. It was a solid, decent match. Then we go to Drake Maverick announcing that the first matches in the tournament next week are Kalisto versus Tony Nese and Brian Kendrick versus Drew Gulak, which will both be fantastic matches. Now that has been my review of Smackdown Live and 205 Live. Oh wait, 205 Live, good show. Give it a solid 7 out of 10. Good show. Now, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please give this video a like. Please support me on Patreon. Link in the description below. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later. Bye.